All right, now joining the show, we've got on Springfield College alum and Idaho Horsemen running back Hunter Belzo. Hunter, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Appreciate getting you on. I'm happy about this. So we were talking a little before. You just got back from a game you guys played in Oregon. One thing I'm curious about: how do your guys' game schedules work for the indoor or the arena football?
We got a 12 game season, 12 game regular season. Then we got the playoffs. So that would be so if you're the first seed in our league, you get
Mhm.
an automatic you go automatically to the championship. Then
Oh,
the
wow.
next two teams play to get into the championship. So you could probably have 13 games in the season, but yeah, it's a 16-week total season. So we actually have about 3 bye weeks, which is pretty cool. So during the bye weeks, the coach gives us the week off, so give us a chance to go back home or travel. Like last week, we had a bye week. We went down. Me and a few other guys went down to Salt Lake City. None of us
Nice.
been there before, so it's just good opportunity to see things you've never seen before on this side of the country.
Now you're a Connecticut guy, Middletown High grad, so this must kind of be kind of nice. You're playing out in an area you probably figured you'd never really be out in, so you get to kind of explore the whole western part of the United States, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I never to be out here is so different from Connecticut. I've seen so much open land like I've never in Connecticut you drive through there, you got towns, cities all
Oh
over the
yeah,
place. Like here, you could drive hours and not see any civilization, to be honest with you. Just a lot of fields and trees. Like that was really different from me. I was like, makes sense why Connecticut's taxes are probably so high compared to out here.
yeah, absolutely. Now with your guys, I'm assuming you guys only play teams in like Idaho, Utah, Oregon, that area. Like, what's the furthest you guys would have to travel if you playing an in conference game?
um, we play. I think Washington, maybe out by Seattle, which would
Oh
be like
wow.
7 hours. Yeah, but like it's all pretty close by. I mean, for the most part, all the surrounding states we're playing. So, but all buses. We don't. We unfortunately we don't get to fly, man. We just get to take the buses.
No, when you were playing at Springfield, what was your furthest? I'm assuming either Catholic or Maine Maritime.
Oh yeah, Catholic down in DC. Yeah, that was about 9 hours. Maine Maritime was about 7 hours. But
Yeah.
my first year at Springfield, we were in Liberty League, and we went up to like Hobart, St. Lawrence. Those were like
Oh,
almost 10 hour
Jesus.
trips up by
Yeah.
Canada. So kind of, I mean, I'm kind of used to the travel, coming from D3. So
Yeah, that's not too bad. Now, where exactly in Idaho are you?
Meridian. So it's like 10 minutes outside of Boise.
Oh, that's kind of nice. You're a little bit removed from the city, but you're right there.
Oh yeah, Boise's a big city, so they got like over 100,000. So I'm not too isolated out here. That's what I
Right.
expected. Once I got out here, no, there's some nice stuff to go see around this area, so it's not bad at all.
Now, do you guys play your home games in Boise or in Meridian?
Actually in Nampa at the Fort Idaho Center.
Okay.
So it's
Nice.
a pretty sick venue. So that's where they do all like the concerts and stuff. So it's pretty sick.
No, I've been to like one Arena League game. I think it was Tampa or no, Orlando down there. I mean, if you've got a good fan base, the Arena League games get pretty rowdy there. It's a good atmosphere. So how has that kind of been with you? Like, what's your guys' fan base? You guys able to kind of have a good atmosphere, make it tough for opponents to come in and play?
Oh, for sure, dude. Just like our home games alone, man, the fans are great. They're interacting. My favorite fans are honestly the fans that are out there drunk, the drunk fans who are just yelling at the players, the refs.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite fans right there. But no, we got a good fan base out here. Man, everyone comes on the field after the game, sign autographs, all that kind of stuff. So there's definitely good support fan base out here.
Nice. Now, out of high school, Middletown High, you went there. What was your recruitment like? Because I did see a little bit of it. You got offered a walk on by Akron, and then a couple other Division III schools. You end up at Springfield. So, what was the whole navigating the recruitment process for you? What was that like?
Oh man, mine was interesting. Actually, So originally coming out, man, a lot of like the D2 schools up in the Northeast wanted me, but my grade just didn't fit, like Stonehill and that kind of stuff. So I couldn't even get in there academically, to be honest with you. And then there's schools down south offered me. I took one visit to Bluefield College in West Virginia, and at the time, that was really the only school who offered me. So I was like,
Okay.
hey, I might just end up here. Like, screw it, like, let's go. But then Springfield reached out to me shortly after and was like, hey, why don't you like come up on a visit? And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have really any interest in going to Springfield.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on the visit, like, open-minded, like, whatever, I'm gonna see what this is like. I went up, took my overnight visit. I fell in love with the school. So I was really choosing, my final two schools were, I was choosing between there and Western New England, but Springfield is unmatched, to be honest with you. But yeah, other D3 schools, offered me too, few D2s, but Springfield, like I was saying, it was really unmatched compared to any other visits I went on. Just how just the coaching staff and how they handle their football program there is basically how D1 schools run it. So I was like, let's do it. And and then you was talking about the walk on from Akron. That was cool to get, but I want to go somewhere I'm going to play.
Right.
Like,
right.
cool, go there and whatever, maybe scout team or whatever. But no, I want to go somewhere that was going to give me the opportunity to play right away, and that's what Springfield did. So
Now, being at Springfield, you see it all over Twitter. They preach the brotherhood. How real is that brotherhood that you experience when you're playing at Springfield and a part of the football team?
Brotherhood's legit, dude. Obviously I still stay in touch with guys on the team now who play my position, playing running back at Springfield, still reach out to me, ask me certain stuff, watching film of me and stuff. So the brotherhood is real, man. Passed down through years, because one of my close friends growing up, who was friends with my brother, he graduated Springfield in 2013, but he was the guy who reached out to me like when I was going through the process, like preaching Springfield to me. So, I always run into guys who played football at Springfield, and it's like the brotherhood there is real. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, because you do see it, like a lot of schools will preach it, but Springfield's the one that I think, talking to guys that have played there, they say it's probably the most real that it gets to, like what they preach is what they do.
Oh yeah, like, dude, you walk in the calf, like everyone knows where the football players are sitting. Parties on the weekends, football guys here, like we're always together. So I know like some schools like divide. Some guys don't even hang out with guys on their team at other schools, but like at Springfield, bro, honestly, everyone gets along, everyone hangs out together. And if you need somebody to have your back, they'll got you.
Gotcha. Now, a school like Springfield's predominantly athlete based. What was that like? 'Cause I mean, it's really not like any other school. So interacting outside of the football team, because majority of the kids there are athletes. You guys have a ton of athletic programs there. So I mean, what's it like being at just a school full of athletes?
Oh, it's awesome, to be honest, because like going to class and stuff, no one's dressed up. Everyone's in like sweats, sweatshirt, Springfield football hoodies. Everyone's got whatever, Springfield soccer, whatever. No, so that's pretty cool. Like one of my best friends to this day was a wrestler at Springfield. I think everyone just playing sports there just gives them something to connect on. And like players from other sports or go to other sporting events really just support. So that's what I really like about the school, man. Just everyone's kind of like on the same mindset wise when it comes to sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because a lot of schools you see it's not that predominantly athlete based. You have a handful of sports, but Springfield it seems loaded with kids that are everybody's an athlete there.
Yeah, I think they were saying like 75% of the students are athletes, which is I can't imagine any other school really like that.
Now, what did you major in at Springfield?
I majored in criminal justice. Prior to that, like I was always interested in like doing. Once I'm done playing, like something to still get that adrenaline rush. Mm-hmm. So I'm interested in being like, working in law enforcement and that kind of stuff, just to keep that, stay fit and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah. Now, was it odd, like, because Springfield is a big AT sports management school? Were you far and few with like a criminal justice major? Because I feel like it's mainly business and then stuff that people use for sports, being a criminal justice major at Springfield.
Oh, actually, the criminal justice major at Springfield is actually growing, but a lot of the decent amount of athletes are actually in that program as well.
Mhm.
I think those are, I mean, because it's an easy program, you know, the people who just go there for sports might just pick it.
Yeah, yeah, I
But
gotcha.
no, it was no, I liked it. Great program, great professors actually. So I had a good time with that.
Now, what would your we've been talking a little bit of Springfield. What would your recruitment pitch to a kid coming out of high school be to play for Springfield College, to play on the football team?
Man, honestly, there's just pretty simple, man. There's just no place like it. Like I've gone visits all over. I've even spoke to people who went to different colleges, played football there, and stories I hear of Springfield College unmatched, man. Just the way things are run from the coaches and all that. It's just really unmatched, man. They run a tight ship there. It's basically like a Division I program. You go to Division I program compared to Springfield College, we're doing the same exact thing that they're doing. So if you're serious about football, you go to Springfield College because you're going to get the most out of it.
All right. Now, what was the transition like for you guys? I know you were a freshman. You guys were in the Liberty League, and then you guys switched to it's what NUMAC you're in
New
now.
Mag, yeah.
So what was that shift like from going to playing like you said the Hobarts, the St. Lawrence schools like that to playing Coast Guard, Maine Maritime Catholic schools like that? Was there any big difference for you?
At the time when we did play Hobart in the Liberty League, I think Hobart was ranked 15th in the country at the time. So I mean, that was actually going out there was pretty good talent in the Liberty League because we went 5-5 that season. And then we joined the NUMAC. That was my sophomore year, and that's the year we went undefeated. But I think the NUMAC, honestly, competition-wise, they're getting there because over the years, you could see the scores between Springfield and the rest of the teams in the league are starting to get closer.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't won the conference in 2 years. So I think the NUMAC is getting a lot better talent-wise, to be honest with you. I think our teams can compete with a lot of the better conferences in the country as well.
Who won it the past 2 years?
MIT, I think.
Really?
I think MIT, yeah.
That's
so.
crazy. Wow.
Oh, we didn't have a season last year, so no, the past season. Right. MIT won the past year, yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Right.
So now you graduate Springfield, or actually, yeah, you graduate. You come out. What was your initial plan? Like, did you kind of not maybe throw football to the back burner, but you were like, all right, I'm ready to get into my criminal justice field, or were you just looking for someplace to play again?
Yeah. So no, honestly, it's just really interesting. So my senior year is when I broke my ankle second game, so I was out. I was out for the whole season. It was an 18-month rehab. So then I had a redshirt season, and then COVID actually took that away.
Wow.
So now I'm like, what do I do now? So I was like, screw it, let me go. I'm gonna get my degree. I'm gonna finish, and I'm gonna figure it out. So I had options there, like grad school or whatever. And then I started sending my film out. I was looking overseas, and then I was like, all right, let me check out some of these arena leagues. Sent my film out there. Heard back actually from a lot of teams overseas. Originally, that was the plan to go out there, and then COVID restrictions with the traveling shut that down. So that's when I started looking here to the arena leagues. Sent my film out here, sent it to a bunch of teams. Honestly, Idaho was the quickest to get back to me, and it was like, coach was like, hey, I don't need to see you try out or anything. Like, I'm gonna send you over the contract, sign it when you're ready. So a lot of the other teams are like, oh, we want to see you at a tryout, all this stuff. But my coach out here in Idaho was straight to it and was like, hey, we want you. I don't need to see anything else. So, I'm still young. So it was an opportunity I want to take now and, kind of not rush into getting into that job field.
That's pretty cool. When they want you to try out, do they want, like when teams want you to try out, do they want you to pretty much fly down or drive down to wherever their facilities are and do like a 1.5 day combine for them or something like that?
Oh yeah. So yeah, how that works is like they'll have like a tryout. They invite guys. So you'll go down there and you have to pay it on your own, right? Oh. You have to pay for your own travels. And I'm like, and a lot of teams are far away because and I'm like, nah, like I'm good. If like they see what they need to see on film. Mm-hmm. I got 3 years worth of film in college, so it's like if you guys want to offer me a contract based on that. If not, like I'm not going to waste my time because I'm gonna be honest with you. These tryouts, they're just money grabbers for the organization, to be honest with you, just how it is in college camps and high school.
Right.
They'll send out a bunch of invites because they want the money, That's what it comes down to. And I was just like, I want someone who's serious and who wants me there. So that's why I made this decision to go to Idaho rather than, traveling around, doing all the tryouts and combines.
Well, like you said, with the college camps too, the colleges, they know who they're recruiting. They have their eyes on who they want. So they'll get those kids there. And then like you said, they send out a bunch to kids on recruiting lists and hope that they can make enough money off of it, still see the guys they want to see, and then maybe find somebody they weren't recruiting in the past. It's a huge money grab throughout all the colleges.
Oh, absolutely. And think about it. If a top school, whatever, Ole Miss sends you a camp invite and you're a high school kid with dreams of going D1, you're like, oh, shoot, they want me. I need to go. And they're probably sending that out to, dude, maybe a thousand other kids.
Yeah, the Division I camps are crazy because, like you said, if you're a sophomore in high school and you see, so if you're in the Northeast and you see like a BC one or something, you're going to go to the camp, you go to the camp, and then there's 400 other kids there, 60 in your position, and you're just buried in the back of a line or something. It's brutal. It's definitely a tough thing for kids when they see that because it can be demoralizing, but the Division I ones are definitely tough.
And that's how it is at the pro level too, dude. They'll send these combine and say, oh, this coach from whatever NFL team will be there. And there's one coach there's 400 guys there because now they're here. So it's one coach trying to watch 400 guys, bro. A lot of that is just money grabbers, to be honest with you, because everyone's got a dream. It's kind of messed up that people are, there's people out there trying to finesse people based on their dream, Yeah,
that's now back at Springfield. Was it your junior season you moved to quarterback?
Yeah. So my junior year, actually both quarterbacks went down season-ending injuries. So it was week 3, and I got to go in against Union, who was their top 25 team in the country that season. So I got to go in against Union, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. So I did the best I could, but no, we finished out that season. We actually finished 8-3 and had a bowl game against SUNY Maritime, and we won that. So, but that season was very interesting. I've never played quarterback in my life. Like, to be honest, I played quarterback for one play, and it was in 5th grade. And I threw the ball to my dad because he was the coach. Mm-hmm. He was the coach, and he was standing behind us because you know how they're on the field in youth football. I turned around, I threw him the ball. He looked at me with disappointment, and I never played quarterback again until that college season.
No, I mean, and especially you're not playing quarterback in a run and gun offense. You're not just in the shotgun. You have to go under center exchange. You're reading defensive ends, linebackers, D tackles. You're running the triple option, which is arguably the hardest offense to run in any sport. So how were you able to kind of adjust to that? Because, I mean, if you were just running like a power scheme out of shotgun, it would have been a lot easier, or even just a normal spread offense. Now you're running a super complex offense.
Oh, yeah, it was tough for sure. Yeah, like you were saying, if we went on a shotgun run, like a wildcat type thing, that would have been a lot easier. But no, to playing quarterback in the offense, you got to go up to the line. You got to check the defense, see what they're in, 2 high, 1 high. Make your calls there to the line. So it's a lot of pre-snap reads as well. And then you take the ball. You got your first read, second read. So it's either I'm giving it to the fullback, or I'm pulling it, I'm running it, or I'm pitching it. You're saying triple option. No, that was really tough, but I had to just put in extra work, man. I was in coach, our offensive coordinator, Coach Webster's office. I was in there before practice, on the field before practice, after practice, getting extra work, sitting down with him on off days, watching film, breaking things down. And, I had to put in that time, to be successful that season. And just putting that extra work because, like you were saying, that playing in that offense is pretty tough from the quarterback spot.
Yeah, that's it. As an offensive lineman, it's an awesome offense to watch. I wish we would run something like that because it's something to get your head in the dirt. But as a quarterback, especially switching already into the season, it's not like you even had camp to go through it. That must just be
nothing.
A tough time. Couldn't have been easy.
Yeah, no, this is all I did. This is the most quarterbacks reps I got. So before practice during camp, they'd say, take a few snaps. That's all I did. I never took any live reps or anything. I just warmed up, took a few snaps. That was it. But yeah, when in doubt, just guess and go, honestly, at quarterback in the triple option, guess and go and make a play,
The best part of that offense is when you have a good fullback, if you have like a good fullback read on that and he's able to break like a 60-yard touchdown, those are the best plays in that because it's right A gap, like you don't expect it to happen. Those are, I think, the most exciting plays coming out of it is when the fullback gets the ball right through the gut. It's awesome to watch.
Oh yeah, that's how it was my sophomore year, dude. Quarterbacks were good. Me at the running back, other running back, and our fullback, Jordan Wilcox that year. He went for like over 2,000 yards, like at that fullback spot. So like everything was. That's why we went undefeated, dude. Everything was just open because we had playmakers at all four of the spots, and that's what you need to be successful on a triple. If you have four guys who can make plays at the triple option, hey, good luck to the defense.
Yeah. Now, do you think playing in Idaho now, do you think your receiving game maybe took a hit through your 4 years of college because you never really you're not a receiving back in that offense, or do you think you were able to work that out to be where you want to be?
Right. So yeah, I was actually talking about this the other day, dude. In college, just because I ran the triple, I had 2 catches for 2 yards whole college career. Like people don't believe that out here because over the past year, I knew I was going to be playing slot type of stuff. So I was really just working on most of that this offseason. Honestly, I went down to Atlanta, trained, with other NFL guys, top trainers down there, really just trying to perfect that craft of playing receiver. So, I took time. I really just took a lot of time this offseason to really try to perfect that position. Like people here, when I tell them I've never played receiver before, they don't believe it, So, just putting that extra work in to try to perfect that. Because I could run the ball. Like I've been doing it since I was 7. But the receiver spot, I would say, it's very technical position because you got to read the coverages and all that kind of stuff. So
that's it. Now, when you go down to like training with trainers, NFL players, what are those kind of sessions like? Because you always see the off-season stuff where guys are taking pictures at those. What are like, other than the taking the pictures part of it, what is that actually like?
Nah, man, it's legit work. Like it's nonstop. Like they're legit workouts, and you got other guys there, top guys there, so you're giving it your all yourself. Just iron sharpens iron. You out there with elite talent. You want to keep up with that. You also just learn other stuff from other guys, which I think that are at a higher position than you are, and just learning from them and kind of taking away knowledge that they give you now. But the sessions are legit, man. And the heat just grinding like 2.5 hours till whenever. The time flies by.
Now, how long were you down there in Atlanta? Did you spend like a couple weeks down there and train, or was it like a couple, like a week or something like that?
Yeah, so I went in February. I went for a week, went back, and then I went back a month later, went down for another week. So I was down there for about a total of 2 weeks this off season. I kind of went right before this season started here.
Gotcha. Okay.
I got my own trainers back home, but just switch of scenery. Learn from the top coaches out there. So,
who do you use when you're back in Connecticut?
So back in Connecticut, I use Mike Souza. He's actually from Middletown. I've been working with him since my freshman year of college. He helped me out a lot with just strength conditioning, skills, and all that kind of stuff. And he was one of my assistant coaches in high school. So I was working with him on top of my brother Stone, who, he can't play football anymore because, concussions, but he's been a huge help, throwing me the ball, giving me a look at DB, because he's one of the most athletic guys I know. So having him out there helping me when he's playing DB, tell me what I'm doing wrong or tendencies he sees to help coach me up as well. And the fact he played quarterback, now I got a quarterback living with me, so we go to the field, run routes all the time. So
now is he out there with you in Idaho?
Yeah, that's actually a funny story.
Wow.
So he drove out with me. We had like a team event. He started like chopping it up with the coaches and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, can you like do film, whatever?" He's like, he ain't never filmed before, but he's like, "Oh yeah, for sure, I can make highlight videos and all that kind of stuff." He ain't never done it before, so he kind of just picked up as he went, and they hired him as the the video guy out here. But he's also helping with coaching as well. So guys will come like before the game. He'll take players through like a warm up, get them ready to go before the game. So he's really knowledgeable in that. Even in the weight room, we'll go to the gym. He'll be working with other guys. Just preparing them, to get on the field. So yeah, so he got hired by luck. I said when I heard they asked, can you film? I'm like, yo, he better start bullshitting or something. He did. So now he's out here. He's living with us. So which is pretty cool. Glad to have him out here.
Now, living out there, what's the housing situation like? Do you have to pay for your housing? Is it through the team? Like, and it's like a lot with Arena League. It's like you said, a lot of pay your way with stuff. So what's that been like?
So they pay for the housing here. So we got 10, 12 guys up in one house right now, which is actually, it's not bad. Like 12 guys and we all get along, dude. I was in college. I had 3 other roommates and we'd have problems all the time, but I'm living with 12 guys right now. We all get along. There's really no issues, honestly. But like you were saying, other arena leagues, they're in hotels for 4 or 5 months. I've seen other arena leagues, other teams, coach wasn't paying the bill at hotels and they had to get kicked out. So,
wow.
So like out here, we're in a good situation out here, to be honest. And then we get meals provided as well as a game check. So housing, meals, game check. So it's not too bad.
That's actually pretty sweet. I mean, that because like we said, a lot of the semi-pro leagues overseas, stuff like that, it's not anything near that. So I mean, you're pretty lucky being in a league like that with a team like that.
Yeah, because other dudes we had here played for different arena teams, and they're like, hey, this is a lot better than what we've had before. I've heard stories where you got 3 guys to a hotel room, all that kind of stuff, stuck paying for their own food, teams not paying them, like stuff like that. But out here, we haven't had any issues. I think we're in a good situation out here. I don't have any complaints.
That's sweet. Now, so you've got guys that have probably are arena league vets, and then guys in your same situation that are fresh out of college. What's the locker room atmosphere setting like with so many different guys mixing together, and especially guys from all over the country?
Yeah, it's interesting because we got some young guys, and then we have dudes who are like about 36 out here who got kids in high school. So it's real different from college when you get out here. People have wives, families, and stuff. And I'm still a kid. I'm still living at home, But yeah, it was a little adjustment, but I kind of got used to it because now I'm playing with grown men, dude. It's way different from college, to be honest with you.
That is pretty cool though. That it's so diverse because like NFL, you get guys that are just straight out of college. There's really no diversity when it comes to it. Now you said you've got guys that are literally right out of college that are living with 10, 12 guys, and then a guy that's got his own family. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, like guys, they'll have their families and stuff at practice. And it's like, I don't know, it's so weird to me, coming from college to see, be playing with guys like that age, to be honest.
Hunter, I appreciate you coming on. One question we always like to ask any athlete that we have on the show, what their pregame playlist kind of consists of. If you've got 3 songs like that, you've got time for just 3 right before a game, what are you putting on? Maybe it's changed if you have ones that you had in college versus ones you've got now, or if it's maybe stayed all the way through.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, that's a good one. So I'll give you my 3 songs, but before the game, it depends, like a few hours before, I like to listen to like some country, just chill vibe. And then like maybe an hour before kickoff is when I kind of turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
And I'll probably put some hip hop on. Let me look at my list right now, actually.
Yeah.
I had some songs yesterday I was listening to. My top 3 right now. Am I all right? So my top 3 right now: PTSD, Pop Smoke.
Okay.
Free Me, 42 Doug.
All right.
And Rose Gold, Rose Gold by King Von.
That's so you really turn it up. You go from 0 to 100. You go from country right into that. That's pretty. It's big change, but yeah, it's the type of music you need for a game.
Dude, yeah, I try not to I try not to psych myself up too much hours before. I don't want that adrenaline coming too soon, so it goes down. So it's like I'll chill out, country type few hours before, and then an hour is when I really crank it up and try to get focused in. But that's a big thing, just that pre-game adrenaline, because it's been a while. Yesterday was my first game back since 2019 because I messed up my ankle. I missed the first 3 games out here. So that yesterday was my first game back since 2019. So it was like those emotions I haven't felt in a while. So just that pregame anxiety, trying to like focus yourself in and relax was something I haven't been used to in a while. So getting back to that feeling yesterday was pretty awesome.
Congrats on coming back. That's pretty sweet. That's must have been a great feeling getting back on the field.
Oh yeah, dude. It's been, a lot of long nights, man, in the gym out here trying to just rehab and come back. Dude, I'll be in the gym just dudes out here, they'll be going out Saturday nights after the game and it's 10 o'clock out here. And I'm like, wow, what am I going out to the clubs for? I haven't done shit since I got here. I've been hurt. I haven't done shit. I haven't played a game. So I'm in the gym, bro, rehabbing, doing all that, just doing whatever I can to try to get back out here. So like I was saying earlier, just sacrifices you got to make, to put yourself in the best position and, be great and see what you can do with opportunity. So that's really what I do, dude. I'm just always in the gym out here and just trying to better myself the best way possible.
Now, what did the first hit feel like? First hit in 2 years. What was the immediate feeling?
Of course, right. The first play is to me. It was a zone right. So I heard it called and I'm like, fuck, I'm kind of nervous right now. But no, I picked up 8 yards on the first carry, but the first hit felt good. I'm like, all right, I'm back. Like this feels good. But and the arena, dude, is just so different how small it is. Like guys are everywhere. There's not that open space. You got outdoor 11 on 11 where you got an open hole, dude. Out here, you got to make something happen because there is guys everywhere.
Pulls up real quick, yeah.
Yeah, you got there's the hole, you got to hit it now. Outdoor, you can maybe dance around a little bit, bounce it outside. Here, you got to hit it and go now, or you're not going to do anything. But just to get back out there for the first time, which is awesome. My parents are coming up this week for the game, so which is gonna be cool. Yeah.
Now, one question I did have before I let you go: what the day kind of an arena league player? Like, how long are your practices? And then what are you kind of doing after the fact? Like you said, I know you're in the gym, but other than that, like around when you're with your friends in your house, like what's the whole kind of day like for you?
Yeah, so we'll practice, depending when the game is, we'll practice 3 to 4 days a week. Monday's off for film, and then we'll go Tuesday, whatever, depending if we have a game Friday or Saturday. But we practice at 6:30 at night. So we have a lot of free time. But like right now, my schedule is pretty like wake up, eat breakfast, leave for the gym at 11. Me and a few guys would go get a lift in, come back here, eat lunch or, make something at the house, take a nap by 3:30 up and then practice at 6:30. And we'll go from 6:30 to 9. So
it sounds
interesting schedule. Yeah. I wish to practice earlier, but just 6:30 to 9. I mean, it's a little late, but a lot of free time during the day. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of free time compared to football in college because we film meetings all the time. Here is just basically practice, Monday film, and then the games and stuff. But we'll go out to eat. We eat a lot of Panda Express, to be honest.
When you were at Springfield, what time would you guys practice? Were you guys morning or were you guys at like 4 o'clock when classes would kind of finish up?
Yeah, 4 o'clock. So we'd have 3:30 meetings, I think. 4 o'clock practice. And then someday on Wednesdays, we'd lift after practice too at Springfield. So a lot of that stuff. But out here, I mean, basically everything's on your own. Like outside of practice, like it's on your own, like lifting, because everyone has a different schedule. Some guys have jobs during the day and stuff. So it's just like you got to find a way to do things on your own out here to better yourself,
Gotcha. Hunter, I appreciate you coming on. Congrats on making your return to the field. That's awesome. But definitely want to keep in touch, get you back on the show down the line, maybe towards the playoffs. If you guys are in the championship, that would be great. But definitely get you back on soon.
For sure. Hey, thanks again for having me on. I love the mullet, by the way.
I've been growing it for a while, been getting it to that point. So
hey, I've been thinking about it, man. I've been thinking about it. I'm getting there.
You're there right now, lengthwise. You just got to shave the sides, and you'll be in good condition.
I got to find someone out here, dude. I've been thinking about it though.
Yeah, that must be tough not having like your normal barber and normal. That's definitely got to be the one thing that's tough. At least that's what I would think of, at least.
Oh yeah, dude. Because I don't know who to trust out here. Because back home, my boy Joe Catania cuts me, and I don't know who to even find out here. I've been looking on Instagram trying to see anyone, but Yeah, I'll figure it out. But that mullet, man, I've been thinking about it. I just got to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, just for the summer at least, you got to go for it.
Oh, got to. I know. I'll probably put the 2 lines on the side.
I had the 2 lines. They're faded right now, but
I think I've seen it. You post on Instagram, right?
yeah. When you get it done for the first week, it looks awesome, and then it goes in, you completely lose the lines, which sucks. But yeah, I'm getting close to getting ready to cut it because it's with the summer it's getting annoying. But I'll keep it through the summer and then I'll chop it.
Got to, for sure. That's the summer haircut.
Hunter, I appreciate you coming on, like I said, and thank you for listening to this episode of the My Parents Office podcast. Stay tuned for more episodes.